G'day all, here's another of my entries into the SMA model competition for 2011. Now it's the Macross SV51 Nora type from Macross 0, and just to prove that we are in the competition time frame, that should be Friday's paper, even though today's Tuesday. Okay, basically I love the Macross series of aircraft. They've always been quite nice just to look at and to build. I've never seen Macross 0 myself, so I'll have to go and watch this now since I'm building the model. Okay, what you get in here is one bag of clear sprues, one bag of coloured sprues, instruction sheet, and one fairly large decal sheet. That's containing all the yellow decals for it. I'm going to build the main feature one, which is the Nora type, which is basically a purple with all those yellow decals over it. This will be a straight from the box build. So let's get into it. This is, if anyone's heard my rants about in the other builds, specifically the Bandai kits, this is why I love the Hasegawa kit so much. The clear parts are in a separate bag. Anyone want to see a build review of this? There's Macross World has one of their modelers building this. I'll probably reference that from time to time just to have a look what's going on. Okay, the clear part, there's actually a nasty seam line going right down the middle of the main canopy. That is going to cause problems, and I'll figure out how to do that later on. It's just going to need a lot of wet and dry just to sand out and buff out that seam, so that's going to be a problem a bit later on. And here we have the main components, and I just noticed there's a sprue of grey. This is for all the extra pods that are mounted on the wings. So there's gun pods here and weaponry and missiles and quite a few interesting bits and pieces, pylons. There's no flash that I can see running around the place on that. The detail is fairly good. One of the sprues, as you can see, there's a fair amount of parts on the sprues. Interesting, here we've got the bottom of the cockpit floor, but it's also the roof of the wheel well, front wheel well, and there's pin marks all through there. That's going to cause me some problems to clean up. We've got the leg slash thrusters, and they're fairly straightforward. Here we go once again. Here's the thruster vanes in the back part. They've got pin marks all over the place, so more work to do. And rear wheel wells have the same thing, pin marks galore. Hasegawa, you are letting me down. I like your kits, but these pin marks are going to cause me no end of grief by the looks of it. And here's some more pin marks on the inside of the wheel well doors. Oh yes, Hasegawa, I need to have words with you. Okay, so that's all the parts. Pretty well flash 3, and yeah, so all we've got left to do now is to start the build, so we'll see.